And Israel, talking about attitude problem, people don't even pay much attention. But Israel now officially declares that they're expanding their operation across the entire district of Jenin, which is West Bank. So are they going to take at least part of the West Bank now?
Yes,
That's
I think very likely. I think
Mhm.
that my own personal view about Israel is that it is now programmed. The Israeli government and political system is now programmed to try to achieve the Greater Israel Project, which
Mhm.
basically means to take over control, direct control of all territories within the former British Mandate of Palestine. In other words, to not allow no room for the Palestinians at all.
Mhm. Well, what is the role? What from the Palestinian side? What is the role, the function of Fatah? I don't hear much about them. What
They
do
don't
they
do very much at all. This is the major reason why Hamas emerged so strong in Gaza, because most Palestinians in Gaza felt that Fatah was not protecting the Palestinian rights. And the same will happen eventually in the West Bank as well. I mean, you'll see a radicalization begin to take hold there as people resist, the attempts of the Israelis to extend their control into the West Bank as well.
You see that that's how the Chinese netizens comments is like when you have an organization like Fatah, I find the Fatah always giving in, right?
Yeah,
That Israel's demand, that they
yeah.
always trying to somehow giving in, and they believe they could get peace. They will never get
Well, well, they never get peace. I mean, we were talking about elites in colonies that have
peace.
become corrupted and have been taken over and are basically run by the colonial master. I'm not saying that Fatah is entirely like that,
Mhm.
but it has a lot of that quality about it now.
And Trump's policy is what? No policy there, just let Netanyahu to do whatever he wants. Because
Yes,
clearly his idea to clean up move all the Palestinian there is not going to work, right? And
no.
so Israel just continue to do whatever it wants.
He has absolutely no policy at all, except that he wants Saudi Arabia and Israel to normalize relations, which the Saudis have said they're not going to agree to. Why he thinks that a normalization of relations between Saudi Arabia and Israel is going to change anything,
Mhm.
I have absolutely no idea.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, very sad, but we will continue to see,
Yeah.
Israel to take
Yeah.
more territories and killing more people. So moving.
Yes.
But what about the Arab countries? So if Israel's goal is to create this great Israel, which everybody can see, what are they going to do? Are they going to let Israel to do this, or are they going to react in some fashion?
I think the Arab states are so corrupted and so inefficient and so weak that they will probably just not react. But eventually, because I understand the anger amongst the Arabs is growing all the time, I mean,
Mhm.
there will be a crisis. And this is why the Arab states, by the way, are so um, tense, why we could justifiably talk about dictatorships here,
Mhm.
because the Arab states themselves, the leaders, understand that they are not really representing their people anymore and haven't done so for a very, very long time. So
Yeah.
this is where the tension is.
Okay. Um, that's all I have for now. But let's talk next Wednesday. Once again,
Well,
thank you so
indeed,
much.
well, indeed, we'll have lots to we will have lots to see, um, and I predict, by the way, that Lavrov, as you probably know, has already met with Wang Yi,
Uh-huh.
and there was this telephone call between Xi Jinping and Putin.
Hmm.
I think we're going to see an awful lot more Chinese Russian contacts
Hmm.
within the next few weeks, because the Russians will most definitely want to make sure that the Chinese know exactly what's going on.
Hmm.
And I have to say this: the fact that Putin, apparently it was Putin who promptly who decided to
Hmm.
make the call, and that he went out of his way to brief Xi Jinping
Hmm.
and to get the Chinese to say that they support the moves towards normalization, between America and Russia is very, very important for the Russians. As I said,
Yeah.
it's not a relationship, the one with China, that they want to jeopardize in any way. So I think we'll be seeing quite a lot there.
And I forgot one thing is that I think the New York Times reported, not many people paid attention, that apparently there has already been some contact between the US and the United States, I mean, US and China. And apparently Trump had some proposal to China, which want China, on the surface, it sounds reasonable, want China to buy more US goods and invest more in the United States. But based on, we don't know the detail. Okay, we don't know exactly
No.
what they said. But based on China's reaction to it, because the China's foreign ministry spokesperson said, we want our sovereignty. We also want to protect our industry, stuff like
Yeah.
that. It sounds like what he's asking is tremendous amount of investment and tremendous amount of purchasing the U.S. goods or something.
That's right.
To the degree
right.
that is unreasonable. I think
Absolutely.
that's what,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, what basically Trump wants is he wants the Chinese to buy peace, which they're not going to do. I mean, why would they? I mean, this is Trump. Trump thinks that he can, force people to do this, and if he's threatening enough, that they will all come to his rescue. It doesn't work like that, and it's such a complete misjudgment, misunderstanding of what China is.
Mhm.
And I mean, it so completely misunderstands recent Chinese history, or the attitudes of the Chinese people.
And I think
Anyway,
and his negotiation with Russia is not as easy as he thought
no,
would be, and even Zelensky is resisting, at least so far, to
yeah.
just sign, whatever they ask him to sign. So, in the foreign policy front, I don't think he is going through very smoothly.
No, he isn't, because he doesn't act. I mean, he doesn't. It's something that we pointed out in previous programs. He approaches negotiations like a real estate dealer,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
diplomacy is quite different. I mean,
Mhm.
diplomacy requires patience and very hard work and attention to detail and finding where the points of agreement are and trying to build on them over time and achieving trust. Trump doesn't work like that. He comes in, comes in all guns blazing. He thinks he can intimidate and bully people, and they'll come running to him. And of course, they don't, because that's not how diplomacy works. Certainly, it isn't how it works with China.
Mhm.
Remember what I said before, and this is, my first rule of diplomacy: don't try to bluff China, because
Mhm.
your bluff is always called.
Mhm. His only success seems to me, is with the Europeans. He got the
Yeah,
Europeans to panic.
that's right. That's right. Which is no bad thing, by the way.
Okay. All right. Talk to you next
Speak,
Wednesday. Thank you so much.
absolutely. Speak to you soon. Bye.
Bye.